All right, Sam, you got a lot to follow up there after that, Mr. Tucker. Thanks for joining us for a couple of minutes.
Yep.
We will begin with JB Ricks. Go ahead, JB.
What's going on, Sam? Appreciate you taking out the time. My question is pretty simple, man. I just want to know about the feelings and the emotions that you guys have going to Notre Dame. I know most of the guys on that roster have probably never even been to that stadium. You know, the prestige and the lure of playing on that stage. What are you guys most looking forward to for Saturday night's showdown?
Yeah, I mean, we're super excited to go up there. It's a great atmosphere. Just so much tradition up there at Notre Dame, and such a really good football program and a really good football team. They have a lot of really good players on their team, and they're led by a lot of really good coaches. So, you know, for us, we're just excited for the opportunity. We're excited for the challenge to go up there and play a really good football team in a really cool environment. Something that, you know, a lot of people have on their bucket list to go play or watch a game at Notre Dame. So, you know, it's definitely a cool opportunity for our team, and we're excited to go up there, and we're excited for the challenge.
Okay, Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Hey, Sam, what did you get out of the bye week last week?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing for me was just to get my body back to where I wanted to be, and I feel really good this week after last week. You know, I didn't take the whole week off. I still got a lot of reps in practice, but I did a lot of treatment. Just try to spend a lot of time on my body, and I'm really seeing the benefits this week. You know, I feel fresh. Feel like I kind of have a fresh start after the bye week, so I feel really good about, you know, just the improvements I made from a health standpoint.
Did the bye week come at a good time? And do you like bye weeks? Do you prefer having a bye week at some time during the season, or would you rather just play every week straight through?
I think from a competitive standpoint, I want to play every week. And you know, I hate not playing. I hate just sitting there watching football on Saturday and not playing. But I think just from a overall health standpoint, I think it's great for college football to have a bye week in there. It's great for people to kind of get their bodies fresh. And overall, from a health standpoint, I think it's really beneficial. And from a mental standpoint as well. I think the season's long. It's a grind, and I think people kind of need just a day or two off, just take for themselves and get away from football for a little bit.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Go ahead, CL Brown.
Hey, Sam, Notre Dame secondary has, I think, up to 11 interceptions now. They're, you know, top 10, maybe top 5 in the nation. What on film have you seen that makes them, you know, so special, make them be able to get so many takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing is they do a lot of different things. They show a lot of different looks. They do a really good job of disguising as well. They know what they're doing before the snap. They know what they're trying to show. They know all that stuff. They're very well coached on defense, and they have some really good players in the secondary. Obviously, everyone knows the safety. Kyle Hampton, he's a great player. You know, he had the injury. I don't know if he'll be out there or not. We'll see. We'll see on Saturday. But he's a great player. He's had a lot of those takeaways. And for like the Florida State game, I know first game of the year, I think he had like 2 interceptions. There were 2 really good plays, and I think they have some really good players in the secondary, and they're really well coached, and they do a really good job of mixing up their looks.
How different is that from what you faced against them last year? I mean, is it pretty much kind of the same? You know, they try and have the same kind of deception pre-snap, or have they added some new wrinkles?
Yeah, they definitely added some. They're kind of running a different defense now. They switched defensive coordinators. They got a guy from Cincinnati. He's doing a really good job. He's kind of running a little different scheme. So it's not really what they're running last year. They still like to pressure a good amount, and they pressured a good amount last year. So it's some of the similar stuff, but it's overall a different scheme than what we saw last year against them.
Okay, Adam Smith, go ahead.
Hey, Sam. Just wondering, you know, I know you're in the moment of preparing for these teams as they come every week, but, you know, your name's all over the UNC record book, and the passing record's coming soon here. You know, for a kid from the Charlotte area, you know, if you're able to step outside of that moment from time to time, just preparing and getting ready, like what does it mean to you to sort of leave that mark at this school?
It's something I really don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about. From like a record standpoint, you know, I never plan to come here and break records. I plan to come here and try to bring this program back to a place where it should be, and overall bring the school championship. And I think whatever records come along the way. It's definitely something I don't take for granted. I'm super blessed just to be in the position that I'm in, and I think I've just had a lot of help since I've been here, and there's been so many people that have helped me get to this point, from a coaching staff standpoint, from training staff, and to other players. I think none of these records are even talked about if I don't have some great players around me. And so I'm just super blessed. I don't take anything for granted. I'm just super blessed to be in the position that I am. And, whatever records come with that, are awesome. But truly, that's not why I play the game. I play the game because I love it. And I love my teammates.
What was that? What was that class that you had with Jordan Tucker where your coolness was just exuding off of you from the very start? And also, have you ever met TJ Yates? Have you ever met him or talked to him?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually I worked an NFL game when I was in like middle school or something, and I met TJ. I know he doesn't remember it. I was probably 10 or 11 years old when I met TJ Yates. So he definitely doesn't remember it. But yeah, I did meet him. I was one of those guys that, like, in NFL, like, they print pictures of like the previous drive, and they used to have, I don't know if they still do, I think now they just use tablets, and they used to have these guys that would get the papers off the printer and then put them in a binder and hand it to the quarterback. And so I was a guy that was getting them off the printer, put them in a binder, and I handed TJ Yates like after every drive. And I think he was with the Falcons at the time, maybe.
Texans?
Texans, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember. And yeah, no, I did meet him though. And with Jordan, I've had a couple classes with him. Jordan's an awesome guy. He's just a cool guy to be around. He's always had my back since I've been here on and off the field. So I'm just super appreciative for him and our friendship.
I've got another one if Kimmel will allow it. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's just such a good story. How can we not? Did you attempt, when you're getting the stuff off the printer and handed it to the NFL quarterback known as TJ Yates, did you attempt to say anything to him? Like, it's great to meet you, TJ, anything like that? Like, was there any sort of like moment like that?
Nah, I was honestly probably too nervous. Honestly, I didn't say anything like that. I was probably too nervous and just trying to take the whole moment in. I only did it for like a couple games, I think 1 or 2 games. I only did it, but it was just an awesome experience, kind of be around those guys and see what they go through.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Sam, is that what you sounded like when you were 10 or 11 years old?
I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not.
All right, Sam, that was the last one for us. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.